María. Esa me regala el año pasado. Ey, ¿quieres?
Give out some papers. Is that cool? Okay. If you can give, let's try these ones. The easy ones. Let's try the easy ones. Yeah. Okay. So if you can give one to everyone, that's great. So actually, if you can give, can you, just so it's less confusing, maybe can you give it on this side so they'll see this side? Yeah. Perfect.
On this side, I'm
Okay, I'm gonna check. Okay. Yeah, it does say that, but you didn't see the name, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I found it.
You found it? Oh, okay. So,
Always cold in this room, right? That's a student of mine. Yeah. I can't cover now, so I have to go.
¿Vas a estar en el voleibol?
Sí.
Yo voy a estar en el capitán.
¿De veras?
A mí en el entrenador.
¿De veras?
¿Tú? ¿Por qué? Yo voy a estar en el entrenador.
Let's see.
Así vamos a hacer.
Así tú. No,
Is all of them already gone?
You mean the essay? Yeah. Also, can you give Yaya, Rina,
no. Stop by oil. Stop by oil. Hey, stop by oil in the room. No me vayas a decir que
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see the people who are here on time, ready this morning. So, this is a very exciting event for 11th grade. We're going to learn about global warming and climate change today. The first thing we will do is watch a short video, very 3-minute video, and then the 11th graders will help you to answer a few questions. So 9th and 10th graders, we will answer a few questions about what is the problem. What is the problem we are talking about? So first we'll watch a video, then the 11th graders will turn around and we'll help the 9th and 10th graders for like 4 minutes, and then the inside circle will start to answer. What is the solution to the problem? How do we fix the problem? So if we can turn one light off, like behind over there, we can turn one of the lights on the right side, the right light. Yeah, this is good. That's fine, that's fine. That's good. Okay, we're going to start with a short movie. This movie explains some of the problems. So also for the 9th and 10th graders, on this paper, it says the same information. So you will listen, and you can also read here. It's the same information on the paper and the information in the movie. Okay? So this is the same information. Here we go. Ready?
For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate has fluctuated, cycling from ice ages to warmer periods.
So if you can't hear, if you can't understand, you can read here. It's the same information here.
But in the last century, the planet's temperature has risen unusually fast, about 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released. Evidence for global warming includes a recent string of very warm years. Scientists report that 1998 was the warmest year in measured history, with 2005 coming in second. Meanwhile, readings taken from ice cores show that the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. Arctic sea ice is also shrinking. According to NASA studies, the extent of Arctic sea ice has declined about 10% in the last 30 years. As long as industrialized nations consume energy and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumption, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperatures will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. What's less certain is what rising temperatures mean for the planet. Some climate models predict subtle changes. Others forecast rising sea levels which could flood coastal areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Severe droughts could become more common in warm areas, and species unable to adapt to the changing conditions would face extinction. Although much remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, switching to compact fluorescent light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in a car each week. These simple changes may help keep the earth cooler in the future.
Okay. If you can turn on the light, turn on the light. So, we have 5 minutes. 5 minutes to talk to the 11th graders. So 11th graders on the outside, I want you to turn around and help the 9th graders to answer the questions. There are 5 questions on the bottom of the paper. So if you guys can turn around and answer questions, 5 minutes to answer the questions. You can help to answer the questions. You have 5 minutes to answer the questions. The same information in the video is on this paper. 5 questions. You guys help them to answer the questions. Let's look at them. Getting close, getting close. Can you guys can you turn around and help? They don't have paper?
Derretimiento de todo. El de la izquierda. Por ejemplo,
This is the experience with these questions. So 5 questions. You can help them answer. Okay. You guys are getting ready?
or building.
Ask Marilyn. Let's see what we're
Mine is different than
Saving energy. Saving energy y cambiando los focos.
Do you want your chemistry binder? Do you want your chemistry binder?
no, we didn't need it.
We have them over here if we want the chemistry binder.
Use hydrogen, H, Y, T, M, O, power, energy.
Porque afecta porque afecta a los árboles y hace porque hay cosas que afectan por eso.
No, that's not a good time. I'm sorry. We have to
When did the global warming begin?
Industrial
What do you think is important to
What do you think is important? Sí, no sé.
Wait, is that
When the ice is disappearing, polar bear is not gonna I only know how to ride polar bear. White bear.
maybe?
South Korea here.
I learned how to ride the Muhammad. Learn how to ride Muhammad.
and us your names to
Fine, don't talk to me right now.
Rami, so you
So this is all of us.
I'm gonna attack one with Leopold.
Can I ask you for one more?
Are you trying to start trying to robots?
You got it for one.
And like,
We're gonna go to South Korea, back to South Korea.
Don't you think that a test I'm trying to help Hey, every time you attack USA, you're going to attack USA.
okay, so if we did not finish the questions, the 5 questions, if we did not finish, it's okay. Maybe we'll have time at the end of class to finish the 5 questions. So now it's time to begin. It's time to begin. So for about, let's see, about 30 minutes, about 30 minutes, this inside circle will be talking about the solution. What can we do? How can we fix the problem? Outside circle people, you have a job to do, right? So everyone has a different job in the outside circle, the 11th graders. So you have a job to do. At the end, we will ask your opinion. We'll ask you to share your ideas, and everyone can listen to see. So some people are counting who is talking. Some people are writing the main idea. Some people are adding their own idea. So outside circle, everyone should have their own job. If you don't have your own job yet, I will give it to you. There are extra ones over here. Okay, so also remember 11th graders, there are some good ways to start sentences up here. Right? So the things that we're asking you to do, the things that I'm grading you on are like this. So let's look here. We're looking to see, do you give strong evidence? Do you paraphrase or summarize other people? Do you ask other people for their ideas? Do you ask questions to understand more? Like, I don't understand what you mean. Do you acknowledge or you affirm other people's idea? You say, I like your idea, I think it's a good idea, but blah, blah, blah. Do you ask probing questions, like you want to know more information from them? And do you give evidence when you disagree? Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Everyone on the outside, 9th and 10th graders, you have a paper like this. So if you look on the back of the paper, now look on the back of the paper. We're going to write down the names of the different people inside. Here are their names. Angel, Cesar is not here. Romy, Yaya, Joel, Brian, Ibrahim, Arnold, Ying, Kelly, and Johanna. These are the names of the students in the middle. You can write down their names here. So we can write down Angel. We can write down Cesar, even though he's not here, maybe he will be here. Romy. So you can write down these names. Every time they talk, when you hear them talk, you can write down just like a 1, or a 2, or a 3. Every time you hear them talk, every time they speak, write down one of these. At the end, you will give them a grade. Okay? So you're listening outside circle, and Ermias is going to help us to know who is talking. So when someone is talking, he will move this to show who is talking. Okay, are we ready?
Listen, what are my essays?
So I printed all the essays that I could.
Oh, is it here?
I think, okay, cool. Find it there.
Hey, you should.
So people who are late, we didn't get your essays. Thank you very much. Okay. So does anyone have questions? Questions? We know what's happening? Okay.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Can you put up your name? Yeah, thank you. Okay. So I want to make sure everyone is being respectful, being professional, keeping the phones away. And are we ready? So outside circle, we have to be very quiet and just listen. We have to be very quiet. Are we ready? Yeah? Okay. And let's go.
Okay. So y'all, my name is Bakron Rami, as y'all know, and then main problem that we're trying to solve right now is global warming. Many ideas.
So do you think U.S. will contribute to the global warming?
That was a nice question. Okay, what are you trying to say with that?
What did you do to help fix the global warming?
So I received a lot of hybrid cars, which makes less percentage of global warming from Japan and Korea.
Do you think that's enough? So you can look at your CO2 emission per capita. That's really high. It's about 16 point something.
You know who's the first country? Per capita is making a lot of CO2.
But you make a lot.
I know who's the first country.
I don't know. You have to do research.
Huh?
So you tell us. You're
Oh.
defending yourself, so you have to solve it.
So first one that I got is China, who's not here today. And I know I have a lot of, I mean, like I'm producing a lot of what's called CO2. What I'm trying to I am like trying to produce that, making less CO2 by having solar power, hydropower, and wind power.
China just has 6.194 CO2. It's less than US.
What is that?
It's less than US.
What?
So you mean
that
that
China just has 6.194 CO2. Less than US.
So do you think that U.S. like China produces most than you, but in our research that so is produce less than you and you produce almost triple than China.
Triple?
Yeah.
Where did it show
But
you?
China it only produces 6.1 tons per capita. But your country produces almost 17 tons per capita. So you're much more than that.
Any other?
So what you will do for reduce that?
Oh, what I will do, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Like as a leader of my country, I'm trying my best to have solar, wind. Like I said, like I mentioned before, solar, wind, and hydropower, and then making it. And a lot of factories, like most of the factories, are trying to use solar power actually too.
Or help contribute with other countries to that are there producing more CO2.
What is that?
How you will contribute with other ones that are producing more than your country, and
I mean, I know, like y'all. I mean, my country is the one who's making a lot of CO2. I admit that, but the thing is, it's a general problem, right?
but how you
Y'all
help with
shouldn't-
them?
I know y'all shouldn't be talking like only USA, but there's a lot of percentage of your countries coming to the world. So as a world,
Countries producing more than us.
What's
Your
that?
country's producing more than my country.
well, I know. I'm admitting that, like I said, but it's a general problem to solve.
So I think their point is, I think they're trying to say U.S. should take the most responsibility for the global warming.
Well, I'm disagree with that.
Why?
Because I don't want to pay a lot of money, first of all.
You are the
First of all,
rich
you
person.
are the German. Okay,
And you are-
there you go.
You are the person who will buy the most oil in the world.
Who produces most oil in the world? And who's the rich country from Europe?
Okay, we produce a lot of oil.
Okay.
Like example, we brew like 20 containers million in the day.
Okay.
Who you buy the most containers from Saudi Arabia?
United States. United States.
Who they stop the nuclear for Saudi Arabia? The nuclear who they stop it for Saudi Arabia? Then why you stop it?
Why did I stop it?
Yeah.
Because it's a dangerous energy to use. It's a dangerous energy to use.
The thing is, why the
So
most
why
word
you
use
use
it?
it? What is that?
Why the most word use
What are those?
Your country, United States, Iran, Russia, the most countries use it. But only the Arabic countries in the different okay.
Because the reason why we're a big country and we don't want to lose our resources. That's why. Next question.
So what do you think? Should other people, like, what in your opinion? So which country should do something for the global warming?
What I think of a rich country is like France, Iceland, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, South Korea. I would say Nepal doesn't have enough resources to help out the country, but still have a lot of percentage of CO2 producing. And all those.
Nepal only produce 0.1.
Zero point one. How do you?
No, I'm saying, I know. I'm saying like there's a lot of what's called? There's a lot of
Information.
no, not information. There's a lot of
Is it biomass?
no, there's a lot of CO2 producing by other countries with their having their own like
Which countries?
I would say first of all my country for sure. Saudi Arabia, Germany, United Arab Emirates, and then Iceland.
What are you talking about? Iceland
United
Arab Emirates too.
Hey, this is everything you breathe a lot too.
Come on.
I'm saying, I know. Everybody has their own company in Nepal, right? All countries have their own company and then all
Where did you get that from?
I'm gonna stop for 1 minute. I want to stop for 1 minute. So I just want to see what the outside circle says. Remember, the question is this: how can all countries work together, right?
Not five.
Together to change to stop climate change, right? So I want to hear, what do you think? The process checker. Who is process checker? Is it Evgeny process checker? No. Leslie is process checker. What do you think? How is the process going? What do you think about the process?
So bad.
So bad
They
because.
can only attack in US.
Well, answer.
They
Because
don't
it's
say
fast.
anything about to solve the problem.
Okay, so we want to remember that the question is, how can we work together to change their energy plans to stop climate change? So maybe think about the process a little bit. Think about the process. Think, what can you do to answer this question, right? How can we work together? So remember, it's not a competition. It's not one person wins, one person loses. It's how can we work together? Okay, continue.
Okay, can we Germany?
So what are your ideas?
Okay, so as USA said, like Germany, Europe have a lot of rich countries. So in my country, we did a lot of things to reduce carbon global warming. Like you're using a lot of renewable energy, and also
Like
we're
what?
increasing. Like we are getting 38% of electricity from the wind power, and also 18% of the electricity is from the solar power. So now we're still working on it. So we plan that we will have like 80% of the whole energy stack from the renewable energy in 2050. So that is our plan for the renewable energy, and also that we have a law for CCS electricity. It means like carbon capture and storage. So we have a law that says that you have to like, it said we are using like the waste technology for capture storage, and also we trying to like improve the transportation, so trying to make it produce less CO2, and also
What you are trying to do, I already have in my country.
we
just
have
by
it in
word.
country. We already
You are
doing
trying
it.
to do.
We
but
are
I
doing
already
it
have
now.
in my country.
We are doing it
You
now.
just mentioned that you are trying, but I have it in my country.
So I
Continue.
said
Thank you.
that we are having 38% of electricity from the wind power.
It doesn't matter what power you are saying that you are trying to do. You're trying to get some
Yeah, we're trying to do it.
cars, renewable cars, which is hybrid cars. I
So,
already
okay.
have hybrid cars.
Let me correct my question.
I'm
For
listening.
now, we are doing it, but I'm trying to make it more better. Like
You are
that.
making more better. I already
Yes.
have better.
Yes, I have it now, but I'm trying to improve it.
You are improving. I already improved. Continue.
And also, So in Germany, we have the band that help people to
What is that?
change. We have the bands that provide a low incentives for the business to change their machines and buildings, something like that. So they encourage the people to change to the transport efficiency or the building efficiency to make it low CO2 emission.
You guys are like you are mentioning you are trying to all those places that you are saying, corporations and stuff, are trying to have better machines and stuff, right? That's what
We
you-
having now, but I'm trying to make a more perfect one.
You guys are trying to have more perfect one, but in US we already have more like
Because that
developed and a perfect one.
the not is perfect one, but
Yeah.
how? But global warming still continue. So you think that that is the perfect one?
No, I'm saying that I have the perfect one, and I'm trying like my best, like 100%, that I will by 2030, 40, I will have less CO2 production.
But why you're taking
So-
so long time?
But why am I taking so long time? It doesn't come easy. That's why.
Okay. So as we know that Nepal is a really poor country,
Okay.
but it still produce a little bit of CO2
Because
emission.
it's poor and little.
Yeah, but they have like the excuse that say like we are not a big deal for the global warming. But if the small country didn't produce that, a small country like they produce a little bit of the CO2 emission. But if they don't do like example or the model for all the other poor countries, like that when you add it up, so it will be a huge amounts of the CO2. So we will help Nepal for that, because like according to the website that I got, it says that you spend a lot of money on military, but now we don't have a word in your country yet. But instead
That
of
is my
wasting
country, but
money.
I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, so you can take out like 5% or 10% of your budget of the military, then you can help Nepal to do a lot of things.
So you want my troops to die in a war and then help other countries?
Yes, I think so, because your country spent
I'm
like
not gonna let my
500,
citizen
like,
people to
just
die in
listen
other
to me.
worlds.
Okay, I want to remember that we have two people talking a lot, and it's really important for all the people to talk. So I think we need to change the plan right now with the group. So let's try again.
Yeah. So what do you think, Nepal? Do you think where did you help, or where can we
You had
help?
that question, that was me.
Come on.
I mean, like, as you guys know, we are in developed country in Nepal, like, we still produce like less CO2, 0.14. So what I think, like, the most country, like, the most developed country, like, rich country like South Korea, Mexico, Germany, USA, China, like, they were like always like not always like they are most carbon dioxide and like fossil fuel. So what I'm trying to say like the most country can like use like build a CCS to help the climate change, and also they were like they can spend like help spending money to help like our country. Even Nepal was like the undeveloped country, like they still make less CO2 gas credits. Need some help for other rich countries.
I know, so I know that your country is poor, that you don't have money to spend on the technology. So in Germany, we have built that like the technology thing, so we can support you. But which countries that you can still get help, or like France or China, something like that?
I would say like China. Like, that was like next. Our Nepal was like the location was next to China. Like the other country like should help other. I mean the other USA should help like other poor countries.
Okay. What I would try to do is not ask for help to fix the global warming. And it's general first, it's a general problem, which is all countries have to do that. And then I think I was like, I'm agree with Kelly's information is that I'm using a lot of money for my troops, but it is true, I'm using a lot of money for my troops, and then supporting them as much as I can, because they're trying to protect my country and my citizens, this is my country. I guess, yeah, it is a general, it is a general problem, and we should fix it together. And South Korea has a lot of technologies, they might help you. Ask them.
Yeah, my country is a developing country.
Yes.
But
Developing country.
developing country. And according to National Mission, South Korea is the first country after to set a national health organization. That means this is designed to develop country to reduce emission by 30% by 2020 after business as that means that the country in education trade will reduce 30% of CO2.
30% of the global warming CO2.
Yeah.
Imagine how much it is. 30%. More than quarter percent. More than quarter percentage of the global warming your country is producing.
So Saudi Arabia, so you produce a lot of CO2, like more than the US. Even though your country has a small population, but how can you, but you still have to do a lot of things to decrease the CO2 emission per capita because you produce a lot.
What do you
It's
mean?
17.
A small population.
Saudi
Because,
Arabia
like,
is
It's Saudi
you
Arabia.
are United Arab Emirates. It is Saudi Arabia.
Because
They have
even
to
though you
stop.
produce more than
Yeah.
the US, then you only the percentage of the CO2 world total is only 1.38%. So I think, but your CO2 per capita is pretty high. So what do you do to fix that?
We grew the capital like inside the Saudi Arabia, 17% of the CO2. But we grew it to the world is 1.3. We can bring a lot to the world. CO2.
But you, okay,
The
now.
people grew like the person they grew 7. Yeah.
But that is not unfair because, like in China, they have a